me and from everyone at CapitalWeatherGang.com. I'm Camden Walker. Thanks for joining on the live Sunday Sunset Chat. We've got a blustery, chilly start to our week, but a borderline warm end to our work week. So let's talk about the details, and for all of the rest on the latest forecast, go to CWG.news/latest. And the wind is what we want to talk about for tomorrow. It is going to be blustery. Some gusts near or around 30 miles per hour can't be ruled out completely. So when you combine these wind gusts for the gustiest day of our work week potentially with the air temperatures that are trying to get into the 40s, our wind chills, how it's going to feel outside, is really going to be stuck in the 30s for most, if not all, of tomorrow. So do bundle up tomorrow. It is going to feel pretty wintry. And we've maybe acclimated a little bit to today's high temperatures, mid 50s to around 60 degrees. I think a few of you may have seen low 60s in the region as well. So this will be a little bit of an adjustment tomorrow. We kind of have very fast moving weather systems all week. We're going to have little bits and pieces of energy moving through the DC area, the mid-Atlantic, but nothing really adds up precipitation wise. It doesn't add up to much, if any. Much of the region south and southeast of town, little to no rain. It could be completely dry this week, but we'll talk about in a second. West of town, north and northwest of town, yes, could see some sprinkles and some snow flurries, maybe a few snowflakes. A coating can't be ruled out even on Monday night. And here is me trying to find something for snow lovers. Watch carefully that in an animation I'm about to show you, but here's the forecast for the next 48 hours of snowfall through Tuesday midday. Look at that. You have to go pretty far west and northwest of town to the higher elements of Garrett County and near Elkins, West Virginia as well. But here's this animation I wanted to show you. I'm trying to find maybe Monday night a few snowflakes kind of along the Mason-Dixon line, the border of Pennsylvania and Maryland. That's about all I can find for you snow lovers. I am sorry, so please accept my apologies. And even today in my morning forecast at CapitalWeatherGang.com, I accidentally, and no, I did not accidentally, I deliberately killed the SPI, the Snow Potential Index. It's back down to 0 because I don't think even these flakes on Monday night will add up to anything measurable. Maybe elevated surfaces, see a coating, and it's low confidence overall. So David, I hope, appreciate you tuning in, and here's your answer to any snow this week, maybe Monday night. If you are northwest of town, higher elevations. And Stephanie, I'm talking about snow for you as well. And Cindy says, please no snow. Cindy, good news is this maybe flakes with elevated surfaces seeing a coating northwest of town at the higher elevations doesn't add up to much. May even melt by the time you wake up on Tuesday morning. So Cindy, I hope that helps you cope with not wanting snow. And Michael, hello, thanks for tuning in. And David, good evening to you as well. Thank you all so much for tuning in to these weekly Sunday Sunset Chats on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook. Our sunsets are nearing our earliest 4:45 p.m. December sunsets for this time of year. So only about 2 minutes to go on carving out a little bit less evening light. So thanks for tuning in early, hopefully before your dinner time. And we'll be early through December for these weekly Sunday Sunset Chats. I'm Camden Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. All right, so leaf piles, Lorac might be in trouble, and Laura, wind tomorrow indeed is the windiest time of this week. So let's go back to that really quick. I'm happy to discuss that in our latest forecast at CWG.news/latest. This is my morning forecast. The PM update should be out shortly on CapitalWeatherGang.com. But notice up here on Monday, I put the emoji for blustery conditions, blowing a lot of that wind. Your leaf piles, yes, Lorac and Laura, are in trouble with tomorrow's wind gusts, maybe near 30 miles an hour. So the bad news, yes, your leaves might blow around if you can't bag them as the sun goes down tonight in this dusk. And Lorac, I'm sorry for the tear emoji there, I see that. But at least if you can get the leaves collected and uncontrolled tonight, Monday could be our windiest day this week. So it's better conditions after this. And look at the end of the week, we even get borderline warm. So as conditions slowly calm for much of this week, can't promise. Some days might have a little bit of breeze, but tomorrow is downright windy with gusts near 30 miles an hour. So please keep that in mind. And the wind chills tomorrow, not going to be very comfortable. Wind chills in the 30s most, if not all of the day. This is kind of the warmest wind chill I could find tomorrow, is around 39 degrees. So please keep that in mind. Bundle up tomorrow. We've gotten used to temperatures around 60 degrees in some spots today. So please bundle up. And David, indeed means a wind chill tomorrow. Here it is for you. And Keely loves it, loving some of those winter feels. Excellent. And Beth says it was a little cold yesterday, but perfect for walking the dog this morning. Cold and breezy early tomorrow morning. Yes, indeed. Please bundle up if you're walking the dog early tomorrow morning. This is tomorrow afternoon, the warmest wind chills I could find. So dress for low to mid 30s for much of the day tomorrow because of these wind gusts the next 24 hours around 30 miles an hour. So we have to deal with this tomorrow, our windiest day of the week. A little bit better, a little more improvement as we go throughout this week. Temperatures go up, and let's not mess up my system here. The temperatures go up, but the wind gusts slowly go down this week. So keep that in mind. It is going to improve a little bit this week. If you don't like the chilly, blustery air that we have tomorrow, just wait for slow improvement, trend upward in our temperatures. It's going to be a little better and better, milder if you're a fan of this, of maybe 60 degrees again by Thursday, if not Friday as well. So we have a little bit of every kind of weather for everyone this week. And the latest forecast at CWG.news/latest. I'm Camden Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. And Chris, let's talk about snow. And Mike does not want snow until he retires on December 31. And David, a little bit of a roller coaster, but I'd argue today was warm, yet we dip down again tomorrow. And then it's a steady climb through the work week in our temperatures and less blustery, less breezy conditions after tomorrow's gusts near 30 miles per hour possible. And keep in mind, the wind chills will be in the 30s tomorrow for perhaps the entire day. This is the warmest I could find, so please bundle up for 30s tomorrow. Overall, a dry week, and I'm going to get hello, Peter. Thanks for tuning in. Overall, it's a dry week, but notice some of this moisture, some of this precipitation north and west of town and the higher elevations. Could there be some snow? Just a little bit? Yes. If you go far enough north and northwest of town, you could see some accumulating snow this week. Not promising much at all, and you have to drive quite a ways to see some actual accumulating snow. But here it is on Monday night. Look at the blue, light blue, moving through the region. There it is. We could see a few flakes while we sleep late Monday night into early Tuesday. Elevated services in the higher elevations, north and west of town, yes, could see a coating, but it is low confidence. Don't overpromise things. I'm happy that I retired the snow potential index. The SPI you noticed today in my morning forecast is a 0 for the upcoming foreseeable future, because this is not even an inch of snow we're talking about potentially accumulating. It may even melt by the time you wake up on Tuesday morning, so keep that in mind. But snow lovers, I hunted down some flakes for you. So Chris, I hope you are happy with the potential. If you're up late Monday night and up early Tuesday morning, yes, you could see some snowflakes, but that's all I could find on the foreseeable weather horizon for you. Please hope that satisfies some of you a little bit. Thanks for joining on our earlier Sunday chats. Here it is, 4:47 p.m. I just had to do this earlier. Our weekly chats on Sunday for these Sunday sunset chats. We're just 2 minutes away from our earliest sunsets at 4:45 p.m. coming next month in December. So we will continue to chat together earlier between 4:45 and 4:46 maybe next week. So thank you for joining me on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook. I really appreciate it. I'm Camden Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. And I'm sorry there's no evening light for us this time of year. Let's look ahead to Saturday. Could still be a little bit mild. Timing of the weekend cold front, Friday, Saturday, is lower confidence. But the warming kind of spike toward upper 50s, maybe some mid 60s at the end of this week. Depends on the timing of this cold front. Doesn't move through on Friday, and that is kind of our last warm day. It's possible we see maybe 60s Thursday, Friday. But look at this, 50s, maybe 60 in Richmond on Saturday. Seems reasonable right now, but stay tuned as we get closer. It is hard to pin down the weekend forecast just yet. A lot of moving parts this week, a lot of weak energy pieces moving through in the atmosphere. So yeah, a little bit of a roller coaster, a little bit of flakes maybe Monday nights, and then we kind of stay warm at the end of the week into maybe Saturday as well. But let's look even further ahead in the medium term. Our temperatures could be above average next work week as well. And our average today, right now, talking to me on this Sunday, 54 degrees for an average high temperature. By the time we're looking at this map as it applies to next work week, 52 degrees is our average high temperature. So we are right now, every week, we're losing 2 degrees off of our average high temperature. So above average is not necessarily warm. next work week. But the trend continues to maybe keep us away out of some of the brutal wintry cold air that we could see in December sometimes. Hello, Peter and Jeremy. We had, there's a nice bird for us. Jeremy, hope you had a phenomenal Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, post-Thanksgiving from all of us at CapitalWeatherGang.com. Boy, was Friday evening chilly at Nats Park. I'm hoping you bundled up. We indeed have had quite seasonal transition here, and that's actually a hallmark of La Nina. We have, and I want to show you that piece on the links here. Our winter outlook is out at CWG.news/winter outlook, and La Nina piece there at CWG.news/La Nina, which is a major component of our winter outlook. But yep, Jeremy, it's kind of quick hitting temperature spikes, temperature dips, little bits of precipitation, and it's looking dry ahead. That's another hallmark of La Nina for our winter in DC. We could be a little bit warmer than average on the temperatures, a little bit below average on the precipitation. So keep that in mind. These are good reads if you have the time to go to CapitalWeatherGang.com and click on these links to La Nina and CWG.news/winter outlook as well. I think they will pop up. If you touch on my face, they pop up below on your mobile device or above on your laptop or desktop. And pollen, I think trees have been eliminated for now. It is a little bit warmer today, but still a little bit of mold around as well. Good weather Saturday morning for the Manassas Christmas Parade, Liz. I'm happy to repeat myself, it's a little hard to pin down when a cold front might move through on Saturday, but here are the current projected high temperatures. I'm hoping we can get the cold front move through, Liz, for you in Manassas early on Saturday morning, maybe even on Friday. But temperatures could be coming down, and right now precipitation chances are minimal. So don't worry too much. Don't make any plan Bs just yet, but keep in the back of your minds that check in with us as we get toward the end of the week. Forecast confidence will be higher at CapitalWeatherGang.com. Yep. Hello, Rick. Any update on the tropics? They are indeed pretty quiet. Happy to check with that. Luckily, the Hurricane Center takes us through the next 5 days, which is the end of hurricane season. Woohoo! November 30th. And we made it. With Wanda, we can cross off the list. That was our last tropical storm, tropical system overall, and we did not have to go toward the World Meteorological Organization's supplemental list there. Adria was the next name on the list, and we ended up not needing it. So far, so good. We'll see if we can make it through December before we go into the 2022 names. But so far, Adria still stands as the next name on anything that might develop through December 31st. The hurricane season is over on November 30th. So with activity looking quiet, we can say with some confidence, we may have closed out the year. So we'll keep an eye on it, but good news is good news. Let's take it. Let's see. Yep, David, I think the tropics are closed for hurricanes right now. Not 100% certain, but yep. That's how it looks right now. Rick, you're most welcome. Thank you so much. And David, I don't know if they'll move the supplemental list over to the supplemental list for 2022, but this is the current plan. The Greek alphabet has been retired. And with this year, Wanda, we can cross off the list. We had the next name as Adria. And you're right, if we don't touch this list, in my opinion, my educated guess is that we can just bring this entire list over to the 2022 supplemental list for next year as well. I think that would be the plan, honestly. All right, what else do I have for you? I'm Campbell Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com, on the air about another 6 minutes with you. So let me know if you have any questions about the upcoming forecast. It is a cold, blustery start to our week. Notice the emoji there blowing us around a little bit tomorrow. We'll discuss that in a second. But we end our week milder, if not borderline warm. The latest forecast is available at CWG.news/latest. You can touch on my face, on your mobile device. You'll see the link pop up on your mobile device or above after you touch on my face on your desktop or laptop. So thanks so much for joining for these weekly Sunday Sunset Chats. I'm Campbell Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. Let's talk about those wind gusts for tomorrow. Could blow us around. The gustiest potential day this week, with wind gusts near or around 30 miles per hour possible. It is going to be something we need to bundle up for. After today, around 60 degrees in some spots. It's going to feel like 30s tomorrow. The warmest wind chills I could find actually were upper 30s around the 95 corridor for tomorrow. So let's keep that heavy coat around. Maybe scarf and gloves might be needed at times, especially in the morning hours. Yep, can't sugarcoat it. Going to be chilly tomorrow. And let's talk about the week overall. It looks dry. If you're looking for fewer weather headaches, I know some farmers, and there might be a couple gardeners still south and east of town. I know you want some rain. And we'll talk about how we're still not in a drought situation just yet and what the outlook on that might be. I do have that graphic in a moment. But north and west of town has the greatest chance of seeing some precipitation. Could, some of that be in the form of snow? Sure, but you have to drive well north and west of town this week into the higher elevations to see real chances of accumulating snow. And here it is, if you don't blink, Monday night and early Tuesday morning, you'll see some light blue shading move through the region. Could see a coating north and northwest of town on some elevated surfaces, but really it might even melt by the time most of us wake up on Tuesday morning. And the SPI, I retired it this morning for the time being. It's down to a 0 again, our snow potential index, because this is nowhere near the potential for an inch of accumulating snow in our region, which is part of the criteria, one of the criteria for the snow potential index. And it's low confidence that we even see a coating develop on Monday night, north and northwest of town. All right, so we've got Jeremy heading to Arizona for Christmas. Any thoughts on the Southwest? Gosh, I think you're in decent shape in the Southwest. Should be pretty warm and dry overall, Jeremy, but let's look ahead, at least for the nation next work week. I do have that queued up for you. So the Southwest, if you're heading there well before Christmas, but this is in 8 to 14 days, above average, and precipitation wise, it's also generally a little bit below average is the outlook. Probability for below average is slight, leaning below average is another way to say it, in the Southwest United States as well. And let me go back to the temperatures just to give you context. Our average high temperature today, 54 degrees for an average high temperature. By the time this map applies for next work week, 8 to 14 days out, 52 degrees. We lose 2 degrees off our high temperature for average. So when you think of a slight lean toward above average temperatures, we're getting further and further away from being able to say warmth is guaranteed under even an above average temperature regime. So keep that in mind. Won't necessarily be warm. And then what else do I have for you? Let's remove this item and let's discuss how we're a little bit dry in the region. And the outlook is generally okay, especially east of the Mississippi River. But yes, you can see in the top graphic there, we've got some abnormally dry conditions, especially south of the Potomac River, but it's not expected to amount to much blossoming of drought. So keep that in mind, keep the faith. If you're a farmer still trying to really water your crops, especially south and southeast of town, we haven't seen quite as cold of a air regime to end all the spots of growing season, but I know some of you are still watching it. You want the water table to stabilize over the winter so that you can have a successful spring season as well. So we'll watch it, but so far, not too much bad news to deliver for the Mid-Atlantic or east points of the Mississippi River. East of the Mississippi, we're doing okay. All right, and other material I've got from the blog at capitalweathergang.com. We've got La Nina here at CWG.news/La Nina. It was a major component in our CWG.news/winter outlook, so keep that in mind. And I think pollen is under control, a little bit of mold, and I think trees are even generally behaving lately, but they could be spotty, some of that tree pollen. It was warm today, around 60, maybe low 60s in some spots. So keep that in mind if you're an allergy sufferer. It is not completely eliminated just yet. And I'm on the air 1 more minute. Let me know if you have any last questions or comments. And I will see you next Sunday. But it is a blustery, cold start to our work week. Wind chills in the 30s for most, if not all, of the day tomorrow. And these are the warmest wind chills that I could find for tomorrow. So please keep that in mind. We'll need to bundle up after today's upper 50s to low 60s in some regions, some locales in the region. Gusty tomorrow. That wind is going to be near or around 30 miles per hour, perhaps at maximum gustiness. And the latest forecast at CWG.news/latest, my morning forecast, but Greg Porter should have his PM update on capitalweathergang.com shortly. And enjoy the milder, more pleasant weather, I'd argue, at the end of this week. We'll have to watch little pieces of energy moving through this week. It's generally a dry week, okay? But north and northwest of town, slight chances of some snowfall, and even, don't blink, Monday night you'll see a little bit of light blue here, potentially move through, low confidence, but A little bit of snow could move through Monday nights, and there could be a coating. We'll keep watching it at capitalweathergang.com. And I think that is all from me today. So we've got, I think go to capitalweathergang.com, Jeremy. I think under our winter outlook at CWG.news/winter outlook, we do have our snowfall contest, I think, attached to that now. And then, David, you're most welcome. And everyone, please have a good work week and enjoy the kind of slow trend upward, less blustery, less cold as we get through the end of this week. And I will see you next Sunday, bright and early, with no evening light available in December. Around 4:46 p.m. we'll chat for our weekly Sunday sunset chat next week. I'm Ken Walker signing off. Anytime you need us, we're